Lots of actors are well known for supporting charitable causes. Whether it's the environment or people in need, there's a celeb to be found that supports the cause. And even though some might have a bit of a hidden agenda, as they only show off with helping out in order to generate more attention for themselves, the vast majority of charitable care is legit. But the question remains, how much of a difference do they actually make? One star who's made it his life goal to help the environment is Leonardo DiCaprio. Not long ago, the recent Oscar winner even addressed the leaders of the United Nations about climate change and global warming. Think about that for a second. An actor telling the world's leaders how to act. Also, back in 2007, Leo helped out making the documentary The 11th Hour, which basically reveals how we can put a stop to global warming.
Ultimately, I think that it all comes from a good place, and the artistic community has traditionally been involved with these things, and I'm happy to be a part of this generation that talks about an issue that's going to affect so many generations after us, like global warming, and it's maybe the biggest movement of them all. It's probably the biggest movement in human history if done right, correct?
And while DiCaprio is all about preserving ecosystems, superstar George Clooney just wants to help out as many needy people as possible. His most notable action so far has been conceiving the Satellite Sentinel project. This is an orbiting satellite watching over Sudan that provides imagery about war crimes. It's made footage of mass graves as well as illegal trafficking of diamonds, gold, ivory, and other substances. The most recent group that Clooney aims to aid are the refugees currently flooding Europe.
I think it's not told enough, but I do believe that, in fact, I'm having a meeting with Angela Merkel tomorrow to talk about and ask, what messages and what things we can do and the things that we can help with.
Besides personally fighting for the right causes, there's another way to raise awareness for the world's issues, and that is making movies on the subject. So when Angelina Jolie decided to direct her first feature film, she made it about the 1990s Bosnian War in the former Yugoslavia.
My intention for doing it wasn't to point a finger, wasn't to cause hatred. My intention was simply, let's try to understand what happens to human beings during the process of war, and through that maybe we'll raise the dialogue and put this war and this part of the world back in discussion.
Well, now we've seen some examples of charitable stars and what exactly they're doing, but we still haven't answered the question of if it actually helps. According to advertising experts, the answer is quite simply, not that much. Celebs do create awareness about the various problems, but on their own they don't achieve much change in how people live their lives and the way companies operate in today's economy. Others, however, say that every little bit helps, and the stars do certainly deserve credit for trying.